If we're vibrating highly, those of you who know how to control your frequency, and you know how to control your emotions and your mind, it's good that we know how to do that. But there's still things that get our attention, and there's still things that are holding us back from getting to where we want to be. And the moment we heal all those internal roots, that's the moment when we're just going to be speeding through this racetrack of life, getting to where we want to be nonstop, passing these checkpoints just effortlessly. The moment we heal everything from the past, when we were younger, when we were children, some things other people might have said to us that we have an emotional attachment to. So whenever someone says it today, it makes us feel the same emotion that we felt when we first heard it. Is this making any sense? This is making a lot of sense to me right now, because I understand that I know how to control my mind for the most part and control my emotions for the most part, but there's still these little things that affect the way that I'm feeling. And I'm very grateful that I'm aware of this now. I'm so grateful for my awareness. I'm literally conscious aware at every single point in time. And I understand why I feel the way I feel. And whenever I know that I'm not feeling the way I want to feel, that's the moment when I'm aware and I go, oh, okay, well, it's obviously me, because everything is internal, everything is within. So let me figure out what caused me to feel this way, why it caused me to feel this way, and let me just make peace with the situation. So when it pops up again in my life, I'm chilling. And whenever I do that, I've done it multiple times. And if you've done it multiple times, then that's you getting the hang of it, of just making peace with these situations and throwing them out the door, because they're not something that have to be attached to you. You don't have to shackle yourselves to them no more. They don't have to hold you back no more. Because life is just life. We're just experiencing it ourselves. Life is just an experience, and there's no one experience better than the next, or worse than the next, or none of that at all. It's just an experience. And if you say it's good to you. If you say it's bad to you. Because at the end of the day, it's just an experience. I could have as good of a time traveling around the world, going to these luxury hotels and luxury places, and I could have the same feeling, that same good feeling that I have traveling the world, going to these luxury hotels. I could have that same feeling while camping with my family, not in a luxury environment, but I still feel good, because at the end of the day, they're just two different experiences. They're not better than or less than. They're not, oh, I'm camping right now and I'd rather be at a luxury hotel, so this experience is bad. No, but that's what people try to do most of the time to justify for their negative emotion. But the they're using the experience that they're having to justify for the negative emotion that's beginning within. They might just be a negative person to begin with, but they're using every single outside circumstance and condition to justify why they feel the way they feel, when really, if they took a look deep down within themselves and healed what was going on in here, then they would be unconditionally having a good time no matter what they're experiencing or who's around. That's what we try to do. Even myself, a lot of us try to do this, is we try to justify, oh, this person's acting this way, so I feel this emotion that I don't want to feel. And when they change, I'll change the way I feel. Or I'm experiencing this event or this circumstance or this condition right now, and it's making me feel downward spiral emotions. So whenever I leave this place, then I'll feel better, because it's obviously the condition taking place and not me. It could never be me, but it's always us. And when we understand that and we're aware most of the time and all of the time of how we feel, then that's how we could just speed off into where we want to be. And right now, we want to be here. Where you are right now in this moment, you want to be here. But because it's the present moment and you're finally experiencing this moment, now you're like, oh, okay, I want to be there now. And you're focused on, we're always so focused on what's next, what's the next goal, what's the next thing I could check off my to-do list, what's the next thing I have to do to get me to where I want to be. But we have to remember that where we are right now is a manifestation currently playing out. This is a manifestation, and we used to want to be here where we are right now in this present moment. Right now, your younger self wanted to be where you are. Your younger self wanted to have the things you have today and look the way you look today and be skilled at the things you're skilled at today, or whatever the case may be. You used to want to be exactly where you are right now in this present moment, breathing where you are. But we forget that sometimes, and we don't understand that every single moment playing out is a manifestation. So what's next? What's the next thing I could do to get over there? What's the next thing I could do to get over there the quickest? And then a month passes and we get over there, and then we're like, what's the next thing I can do to get over there? What's the next thing I can do to get over there? I know we never are enjoying the present moment when joy is the purpose. The destination is just your excuse to move forward. But you moving forward is what you really want. You really want the joy and the good feeling emotions that come up with moving forward. You might think that you want to reach this top of the mountain where that goal resides, but you don't. You want to move in the direction of that goal so you could feel fulfilled. You could feel like you're making progress. You could feel the evolution, because like I mentioned plenty times before, we are just non-physical beings focused in these physical bodies. And all that is evolving as a result of us experiencing life right now. Because whenever I know something I don't want, I know more clearly I do want. That's my preference. I know more clearly I want this. So that's evolution right there at its finest. That's evolution, because I go from knowing this and experiencing something I don't want, and I just evolved because now I know more clearly, wow, this is a new preference that I didn't know that I wanted. So then I evolved. But most of the time, people don't keep up with their evolution because they're so focused on what caused them to ask for it to begin with. They're so focused on, this is the problem, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. Oh, what do you want? I want this, but I'm right here. Okay, well, why do you want this over here? I want this because this, you understand what I'm trying to say? And they're not focused on the evolution. They're not focused on the answer. So focus on the answer, because the answer is high vibrational. It's a higher frequency. You just gave birth to a desire by knowing what you don't want, and all that is expanded as a result of that. Physical and non-physical, because there's non-physical beings that are not focused in physical bodies right now. So they grow as a result of the ones who are focused here in this physical time-space reality, sifting and sorting and knowing I want this, and we evolve. All that is evolves as a result of us being here on the battlefield, on Earth, going through life, experiencing what we do want, what we don't want, and then knowing more clearly what we do want and evolving. That might be a lot to take in. That was a lot for me to take in, but that's exactly the way that it goes. And it's set up so perfectly. This world is set up and this universe is set up so perfectly that it's so consistent. It's so consistent, not like the law of gravity. The law of gravity is inconsistent because it only works the way it does, the way that we're used to on Earth. But if we were to go to Mars, or if we were to go to the moon, or anywhere other than where we are right now, then law of gravity will change. So it's inconsistent. It's not a universal law. It's just a law that works one way over here in this location and a different way over here. But the law of attraction is a universal law, because whether I'm on Earth or the moon or Mars, I'm still able to transmit a vibrational frequency and receive everything on that frequency, because it's a universal law. Every single person is using law of attraction, whether they know about it or not. Whether you know you're using it or not, it's happening to you. Why do you think you have everything that you have right now in your life? Because prior to attaining it, you transmitted a vibrational frequency and you became in vibrational harmony with that vibrational frequency by practicing and practicing and practicing the thought. And once you became in vibrational harmony with that frequency, you started attracting things on that frequency because of law of attraction, whether you knew about it or not. And so much of us who don't know this information have things in their life that they don't want. They have people that are bringing them down. They have these problems and these problems and these problems, but they're so focused on the problem that they think they have a problem. They don't. Everyone has problems. Every single person goes through adversity. But we have to experience adversity because that's what helps us evolve. If everything was perfect and there was no adversity, then we would stay stagnant in life. We would continue to get the things that we have. We would continue to stay where we are. Nothing could grow from everything being perfect, which is why this universe is set up so perfectly, because we experience these problems or these adversities, and while we experience those, we give birth to these new ideas and these new creations that have never been thought of before by anybody. And because, let's say me, for example, let's say I create a song, right? I create a song that's never been thought of and it's never been done. That is helping all that is evolve. What I mean by all that is every single thing in this universe, physical or non-physical, is evolving as a result of us creating something that's never been done. But so much of the time, a lot of people are just regurgitating information and artwork and music that's already been done. They're just using what's been done in the past and creating the same thing. It's just a regurgitation of information. But whenever you learn how to tap into that infinite intelligence within you and use your creation at the highest potential, that is when you are creating and creating and creating things that have never been done. And you feel powerful because you're evolving at such a high speed. And that is what you came here and focus yourself in this physical body to do. You, a non-physical being, came in the physical body to evolve. And whenever you evolve in this physical time-space reality, then you feel good emotions because you're doing what you intended to do before you got here. And whenever you're not creating, or when you're not keeping up with that expansion of yourself, and whenever you're doing things that are destructive, that's why you feel negative emotion. When you talk down on someone, you feel negative emotion because you did not come here to do that. You came here to create. So whenever you do anything other than creation, you feel not aligned. Whenever you do what you came here to do in this physical time-space reality on Earth, then you feel good emotions because you're aligned, because you're on your purpose. Whenever you're living your purpose in life, you're gonna feel good no matter what, because it's your purpose. That's what you've intended to do. And when you don't feel good, it's because you're not living your purpose. You're not working towards something. You're just staying still. You don't want to stay still in life, which is why if you're just constantly scrolling and you're getting this instant gratification, thinking you're feeling good by watching the next video, oh, this is boring now, next video, oh, this is boring now, next video, and you continue to do that and you're feeling good instantly, and then you're not feeling so good, okay, let me feel good again. And you're getting this instant gratification, these quick results people think they want. That's not what you want, because you're not able to maintain something that you got quickly. But whenever you go to the gym and you consistently go to the gym and you work for the body that you want and you finally get it after years, that is worthwhile because it actually took you time to achieve that. And because it took you time to achieve that, you're going to be able to maintain that for a much longer period of time than someone who went to go get steroids or someone who made it happen unnaturally because they didn't work for it. Quick results, they go away quick. But whenever you take the time to actually work for what you want, you're going to be able to maintain it. So it's important that we keep up with our evolution by doing the internal work are not focusing on what's not working or what you think's not working, because everything's working. If you think it's not working, that's just your perception. So you need to change that, because you're able to change your perception. Forget about people who you think should be acting different to make you feel better. That's just an excuse for you not feeling good that you need to heal within. Forget about external circumstances and situations and events that you think need to be changed to help you feel better. That's just an excuse. You just don't feel good, and you're using that as justification for you not feeling good. Forget about anything that you think is not working, because everything's working. The entire universe did everything in its power to create this present moment. So you trying to go against that and resist what's already happening, you're going to feel negative emotion. And remember that your emotions are guidance telling you, are you thinking thoughts in opposition of where you want to go? Or are you thinking thoughts that align with where you want to go? When you feel negative emotions or downward spiral emotions, then you know, oh, I must be thinking thoughts that are in opposition to where I want to go. So let me change the way I'm thinking. And then when you feel good emotions, you can say, ah, I feel real good right now. So I must be aligned with my purpose and what I intended to do before I got in this physical body. And when we keep up with this evolution, then nothing could go wrong for you. Everything's going to work in your favor. Everything's going to play out in your favor. And life is as it should be. And money will come to you in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. And you will be vibrating radiant health. And you will just be living life. And you will be evolving. And you will be keeping up with that evolution. And everything will be perfect and nothing could go wrong.